Hi, Warriors, it's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Mage.
Salutation.
Today we're back in the Searing Gorge, guys. I think we will hit level 49 today. Looking forward to this. And last episode was a fun one. We got to do some world PvP. We took down Maltorius. We got ganked a little bit. And today we have a few more quests to do here. Probably going to just finish up in Searing Gorge. We're not going to finish all the quests, but we are going to at least try to hit level 49, which is only like a bar and a half. But we'll do as many quests as we can while we're here. But it was a lot of fun. We got ganked quite a bit. We did a little bit of ganking. Here we go. So what we're trying to do right now, we're trying to get 3 more thorium-plated daggers. We'll see how this goes. We can get a smithing 2 here as well. I think that would be a good idea. Let's make a mana citrine.
Greetings.
And I hope you guys are doing well today. Doing pretty good. Seen a little post here on the WoW Reddit. I've been just following it a little bit lately. Making gold as an engineer. I never really made gold as an engineer, so I'm interested to see how he's doing it. So just made 300 engineering on my hunter and curious how people make gold off of this, as I suck at the solo dungeon farms, DMT, Hodge, Arena, etc. Went Goblin Engineer. Not sure how much that matters. Super noob, so any information and guidance is appreciated. Well, one way you can make gold from engineering, from what I remember, is you could sell the arrows, but that doesn't last too long. Or bullets. Yeah, it's bullets. It's the ammo that engineers make ammo for hunters. It's pretty good. I might get ganked here. Is that the warrior for... I don't know. I don't know who that is. Just ran by us, though. I'm surprised we didn't get chopped up. I think we have to make our way up here, though. Maybe we'll stay away from this guy. We need a smithing 2 year. I think that's... Yeah, we need to fight the smiths for that. But that's really the only way I think engineers make coin. I guess you could sell sappers. And as a goblin engineer, you can make sappers. There's 2 different engineering professions you can choose. You can either choose goblin or gnome. Most people take gnomish first and then learn, like, build all the gnome stuff that they want, the gnomish, like, trinkets and stuff. It's great for PvP, and then they level engineering again, and then they go goblin, and then you can make sappers and all that, because you're always going to want to make sappers. So that's why most people go goblin. But Gnomish does have some pretty cool trinkets. I wonder if I could check them out here. Wonder if there's like any profession stuff. Crafting, I guess. Yeah, I have to get out of combat. Yeah, let's see if... yeah, this is it for crafting. Flash transmutes. This is for alchemy. Transmute all this stuff and sell it on the auction house. Potions, that's also alchemy. More alchemy here. More alchemy. Alchemy's pretty good if you want to make gold. A lot to sell. Especially if you can make these flasks. Like Flasks of the Titans. Flasks of Supreme Power are really good. Gives you 150 magic damage, spell damage by 150. Also healing too. It's That's great. Not getting any daggers off these guys. But there are some gnomish items that you can make. I'll try to look them up. I don't really remember. There's like trinkets where you can like reflect damage and stuff. Gnomish items. Engineering. Yeah, gnomish engineering items. Choosing between gnomish and goblin engineering. I think I'm right about this. It's really just getting the gnomish items. So they got gnome goggles. It's okay. The ultra safe transporter to Gadgetzan. So there's a trinket that safely transports you to Gadgetzan and into Naris. Sometimes I guess you could die there. Like sometimes it says emphasis on safe. Yep, nothing could ever happen while using this device. So I guess in hardcore you'd ever want to use that. World Enlarger enlarges the entire world for 5 minutes or until you attack. So some fun stuff. There's the gnomish mind control cap. Engage in mental combat with a humanoid target and try to control their mind. If all works well, you will control the mind of the target for 20 seconds. It's kind of fun. Gnomish rocket boots. These boots significantly increase your run speed for 20 seconds. Warning, their power supply and gyros do not always function as intended. I think we'll probably go gnomish first. And I'm pretty sure you can still use sappers if you're gnomish. It's just you have to buy them off the auction house instead of crafting them yourself, which kind of sucks. There's a steamsmith there. Maybe we finally found one of these guys. Got a dagger, but not the smith item. There's another one. Gnomish harm prevention belt. A shield of force protects you from the next 500 damage done over the next 10 minutes. Warning, force field may overload when struck temporarily, removing the wearer from this dimension. It's kind of wild. But yeah, a lot of... there's Gnomish Battle Chicken. This is pretty good. Creates a battle chicken that will fight for you for 1.5 minutes or until it is destroyed. I remember this, like, being used to, like, to cheese some mechanics in boss fights. I kind of forget which ones, but I remember that being used for that. Gnomish Death Ray. The device charges over time using your life force and then directs a burst of energy at your opponent. There's a lot of fun abilities that you can use with Gnomish, and it is worth crafting. I think there's more than that too. There's a lot of like reflect items. And Goblin has their own as well. These taskmasters are kind of rough. I think that's it. I remember there being some like reflect stuff. This is what Goblin has. Goblin construction helmet absorbs 300 to 500 fire damage. It's not bad. Goblin rocket boots. These dangerous-looking boots significantly increase your run speed for 20 seconds. They are prone to explode, however, so use with caution. It's pretty much the same as the Gnomish ones. Goblin Rocket Helmet. Charge an enemy, knocking it silly for 30 seconds. Also knocks you down, stunning you for a short period of time. Any damage caused will revive the target. But yeah, I think there's some other items too that we're missing here. But oh yeah, this is the Gnome Mage battle chicken. Sorry. Most melee PvE classes, such as Warrior or Rogue, will oftentimes pick up Gnome Mage Engineering for a boost to DPS with Gnome Mage Battle Chicken because of Battle Squawk. This was a really popular thing in TBC. I remember having this for this. I think they nerfed it though. Only applies to your party members. Your raid will want multiple users of the Battle Chicken in the raid to get multiple Battle Squawks. So what Battle Squawk does? Okay, it's not really showing me. Maybe they got rid of it. But it gives you a buff. It's pretty much it. Gives a buff to everyone in your party about 1 of every 2 uses. So it just gives you a buff. It makes your party stronger, and then people just pop Battle Chicken for like every boss fight. If you pick up Gnome Mage, however, you won't be able to craft your own sappers, which is what I was talking about earlier, and will likely have to buy them from the auction house or get them from a friend. So that's why people they get Gnome Mage Battle Chicken, and then they cancel their engineering and level it all over again, and then get Goblin, so they can have all the cool Gnome Mage stuff, and then also be able to make their own sappers. Or you can just stay gnome. I'm probably gonna go Gnome Mage Engineering. You just stay gnome and then just meet a guy who has Goblin and become buddies, and hey man, can you make me some sappers? And they're like, yeah, no problem. Usually there's a guildie that does that for you, so you don't have to do it, but it is good to eventually switch. If you got a bunch of gold just laying around, then you might as well just do the switch. But I would recommend going gnome first and getting all the cool stuff, or all the fun little gadgets, and then switching to Goblin after. Yeah, professions are kind of cool. I've heard that they've really updated professions in retail. Supposedly they're kind of complicated now. And people are telling this guy to learn DMT. They're not really giving him any advice about making money with engineering. They're just saying, hey man, just do DMT. So what DMT is Dire Maul Tribute Run. I think it's from Dire Maul North. So what you do is, as a hunter, you just get to the end of Dire Maul North, and then you become you kill the last boss, you become the king of Dire Maul, so no one attacks you. And then people have to run up to you or get to you. It takes a little, it's kind of tough. You can't just run up there. You have to dodge a lot of mobs. And then they come up to you, and then you get the buff that makes you also, I guess, the king of Dire Maul, or you won't get touched by the ogres. Makes you friendly with the ogres pretty much, and then you can get all the buffs. And then usually people give, a tip to a hunter for doing that for them. So usually get 5 to 10 gold for helping people get their buffs.
You're an exceptional laborer, adventurer.
Nice. Level 49.
Vocation, perhaps a detective, junk collector. Oh, I know, one of those silly gnomes that crawl across the beaches of Azeroth with their metal detecting contraptions, looking for lost treasure. Yes, that would be an ideal position for you. Would be. We need one final piece to form the torch. In the mountains to the northwest, you will find a large encampment of Twilight's Hammer. It is rumored that they carry symbols and idols that pay homage
These
to
guys
their
are
god.
elites.
These symbols and idols could carry sufficient enchantment to form a magical casing.
See if we can kill him.
Bring me a single symbol of Ragnaros,
I don't think we
will
can.
try to extract the magic from the item to create the casing.
Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. To cast the Dark Shaman? Gotta kick that. Maybe we can do this. I'm not using combustion, which is not good, but yeah, took him down. Deal with the casters. I think that these guys would be a little tougher. If you were Frost, they wouldn't be that bad. But yeah, everyone's just telling him to do Dire Maul tribute runs. Or sell sappers with Goblin Engineering? I guess so. But didn't he go Gnomish? Yeah, he went Goblin, yeah, so he could sell sappers. Yeah, it's his own. It's really his only source of profit. But there's so many people selling them that you don't really make too much of a profit. I need to buff up there. Dark Shaman. Yeah, we'll try to get the symbol of Ragnaros. Why not? It's a little rare. So it might take us a little bit of time. There we go. They're getting beat up. These melee ones are a bit tougher. Actually, a lot tougher. I don't think we got it in us. Bandage up, but he just one-shot us. It's take too long. Maybe we should just go with the Incendisaurus. Probably level up for this. Get a higher level and do this later. You can keep kiting him. Oh wow, what the heck, dude? Alright, let's get out of here. I don't really want to use a health pot. Still chasing us? Never give up. All the gathering professions are pretty good. Mining is good. Like if you're farming thorium, you can get a lot of good stuff from that. Blacksmithing's not bad. There's some like items you can craft with blacksmithing. It's just most people, it would most likely be on your alt you would have those professions. Like a strictly gold making character. Because most people's mains are just going to have engineering mining. Where, you know, the mining pretty much supports the engineering. Because engineering is the best profession in the game, and it's pretty much stays that way. Yeah, pretty much just, well, in TBC it's the best, in Wrath it's the best. I'm pretty sure in Cataclysm it's the best as well. So it kind of just stays engineering as your best. And then if you get an alt, you know, you can make that alt like engineering. I mean, make that alt mining herbalism, and then, or mining skinning, and then you can give your alt like leatherwork. You give your main like leatherworking or you know, alchemy or something like that. Here, we'll head down to the slag pit here. We'll fight the Incendisaurs instead. That other quest is kind of a pain. Alright, so let's jump down here. And there are the incentive stores. We can also skin these guys. It's like we're not the only ones down here. They cast Fireball too? You gotta slay 20 of these guys. And we're getting thick leather from them. Not bad. We'll make a little bit of coin from that. And we'll level up our skinning. We're not even at 300 skinning yet. I'll probably keep skinning for a while. Even though we're not making much coin from it. But it's not a bad thing to have. Better than, like, you know, not making anything. Just too many bots. Yeah, there's another mage down here. 51 human mage. You got a hunter down here. His pet's gonna die. Is that the... No, I don't know this. I think I remember this owl, but I think a lot of hunters have these... have the same pets, you know what I mean? Good place to skin, though. It's like we're the only skinner down here. But for us to make any coin off of this, pretty much a 20 stack nets us a gold, I guess you could say. So it would take a while to farm to make coin off of this. He's gonna shoot him. Oh, we got the tag, I think. Yeah. Single target damage is really good. You need to have combustion up there. Resisted our attack there. I wonder if we can do any dungeons, guys. Is there a dungeon here? No, it's still the same 3. I guess at 50 is when we can start doing Sunken Temple. So it would cost us 20,000 thick leather to get our mount. That's a lot of thick leather. I don't even know if we could sell that much. That'll take a while to sell, too. 20,000 thick leather. There's a better leather, though. There's rugged leather. Maybe rugged leather would net us 2 gold. For a 20 stack. And that would only be, you know, 10,000 rugged leathers. But it's good to have. Skinning's not too bad. If you're doing, like, mage farms, it's alright. Just the only thing that kind of sucks about it is instead of, you know, drinking and getting more mana for another pull, you're kind of just out there skinning for a bit, but you are regenning mana a little bit with spirit, I guess. But we are going to switch our skinning to engineering eventually. Probably gonna focus. It feels like we've kind of fallen behind with mining, so I have a feeling we'll most likely be leveling our professions. When we hit 60. So I still have to get cooking too. Haven't really got too far into cooking. We're at 66 cooking. My warrior's at 225. And my warrior's like 10 levels below the mage. First aid's doing good though, 270 out of 300. Skinning's doing well, 275. Mining's at 147. We'd have to go to, I think my mining's higher as well on my hardcore warrior. So we would have to probably go back to those zones and try to farm like iron ore. Maybe I should do that for a little bit, just do some mining. Try to catch it up. Because we could have got that mithril last episode, but I couldn't get it because my mining was too low. And these Incendisaur scales, it's funny how they're actually worth more than the reason why people want these. You can make fire resist gear with these scales. It's good for tanks that want to do molten core. They need, if you're tanking molten core, you need a fire resist set. I remember farming some of these on my warrior, so I could, you know, get a fire resist set so I could tank Ragnaros. So these are actually good to hold on to. Yeah, what a grind it's been. Still have quite a ways to go. I wonder how we are /played right now. 5 days, 9 hours. So in the next 12 hours, yeah, we'll be 6 days. Some people get their characters to 60 in 6 days. We got a couple days, I think. Probably be like 7 or 8. Probably be 8 days, I think. I do mess around a bit. I don't just like, you know, focus on questing and killing mobs the entire time. So I think we'll probably be like 8 days around there. It's not bad. There's some rugged leather. Let's see how much that is. 10 silver each. But yeah, it's like 2 gold for a stack of rugged leather. Not bad. It's a decent farm, you know, if you pull like 10 to 20 mobs that drop rugged leather. Every pull, you're getting like at least 2 gold, and then whatever else they could potentially drop. I'm getting like, I don't know, 2 gold, I mean, like 20. I've been playing this phone game recently. I've actually dived into phone games a bit as of late. Just because, I don't know, I felt like, I just feel like, I don't know, I like getting updated on phone games. They look all right. Seems like it's the same old games, you know, like PUBG is really popular, PUBG Mobile, the Call of Duty game. But the reason why I got back into them, I was just like scrolling on TikTok and an ad came up for a game, and I keep seeing it, and I don't know why it interested me, but it's a game. The game's called Last War. So the ad that comes up is pretty much you have like a group of soldiers, and there's like waves of stuff coming at you, and while like these waves are coming, there's also like these choices you get to make on the left side and the right side, and it'll say like on the left side, if you go left, you know, subtract by 10, and then if you go to the right, it's ×2. So if you're not paying attention and you say you have 20 soldiers and you go to the subtract by 10, you'll now have 10 soldiers. If you go to the ×2, you'll have 40 soldiers. And I would watch the ads, and like the people would always like mess up, and I'm like, is this game actually hard? So they actually got me to download it after like a couple months of me like seeing this ad over and over again. So the marketing worked, and I downloaded this game, and it's obviously pretty pay to win, like many phone games. Like if you pay, you avoid like time gating pretty much. The game time gates you on like being able to level up. And what I found out, this game is pretty much just a base builder, sort of like Clash of Clans. So the game, the part of the game where you're like making these decisions and killing stuff, that's not really a big part of the game at all. That is just to like get people into it. And that part of the game where you're battling like that and making those decisions, like the ×2, subtract 10, stuff like that, there's like a little adventure mode, like a PvE adventure mode, and it's like one of the it's like the way you like PvE battle in that game. You kill mobs and stuff. But eventually your army gets too weak so you can't like get through it. It doesn't matter like how well you're playing. You know, you just can't get through it. And then you go back to your base and you try to like strategize and how to make your army stronger. And you try a bunch of stuff, but then eventually you realize you're just time gated and there's no chance that you can move forward unless you start spending money, or you just wait. You wait. And that's what I've been doing. I'm just playing free to play, and I'm kind of trying to see if I can play free to play. And I joined an alliance. I got invited to pretty much a guild. And if you're in an alliance or a guild, you get like benefits, and they've kind of taught me how to play. So I'm kind of getting like sucked into it a bit. So, yeah, and it's addicting. Like, you're always trying to log in when you're, like... Because you can get upgrades, and there's, like, base building, so, like, when you're... It take you, like, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours to build this, like, tech center for your base. And you can upgrade it to, like, level 9, 10, 11, 12. And you always, like, come back on to, like, when it's done finishing, and then you build something else. So, like, they have an incentive for you to, like, keep coming back to the app. And I like base building games. But the funny thing is, it didn't look like it was a base building game from the ad at all. So strange marketing that they used there. And then I started looking up mobile games. Like, what are the good mobile games? And then I found this tower defense game that looked kind of funny. I think it's called Cat Battles. These games are free to play, but there's obviously, you know, the pay-to-win mechanics. It's called Battle Cats. The Battle Cats or something like that. And it's just a tower defense game. You know, the computer sends waves of stuff at you, and then you build stuff to, like, stop their waves, and then the goal is to kill their tower, right? The computer's trying to kill your tower, and you're trying to kill the NPC's tower. Fun little game. I recommend it. I had fun playing Battle Cats. Last War, I don't really know if I recommend yet, but if you like base building games, you'll probably like it. I'm just not too sure what my consensus is on it. I'm kind of worried that, like, I'm going to come to a part where like, I'm just stuck for, like, a week and I can't move forward in the game. So I have to wait, like, a week to progress. But these guys are kind of teaching me how to free-to-play properly, like what to spend my red diamonds on and all this stuff. So that's kind of a smart thing what they got going on. There's a community aspect to it. And the alliances you join, your alliance fights other alliances, and you fight for, like, world events and stuff. It's pretty much, I think, like Clash of Clans. I never played Clash of Clans, but people say, like, that's the best mobile game that ever came out. I don't know if it's still like that, but whenever people talk about, from the videos I've seen, it seems like Clash of Clans is arguably the best mobile game ever. And I think this game is probably inspired by that game. But one thing I realized, phone games are not, like, they're not even close to console and PC. Still a long ways away before that happens. But I've heard, like, younger generations, kids today don't really play keyboard and mouse. Most games they probably play are on the phone, right? It's all touchscreen. Like, I heard this kid say, like, this guy's dad gave his kid a controller, and the kid's like, what the heck is this? And he's, like, touching the screen, trying to, trying to play. So, it's changing. You know, the games are changing, I think. And I heard that PUBG... supposedly PUBG Mobile got, like, banned in India. Like, that game was so addicting that they banned it in India. Let me see. If I heard this, I don't know if it's true. It could have been a joke, but I was watching videos on mobile games. PUBG Mobile banned India. Yeah, on July 2002, I mean, on July 28th, 2022, the game was removed for data privacy reasons from Google Play and the App Store following a government order. But the game was working without any VPN on the 19th of May, 2023. Krafton released a notice saying BGMI is getting relaunched for a trial period after a 10-month-long dispute. But yeah, it was banned in India due to data privacy. But man, Indian gamers love that game, man. Like, I remember, like, I'd be on YouTube, like, mobile, and, like, so many videos, you know, of PUBG, of, like, Indian gamers playing PUBG mobile. I thought it was banned because it was just so addicting, but I guess it was about, like, data and stuff. But there has to be an underlying reason that, like, there's, you know, kids were probably, like, skipping school and just playing PUBG mobile and stuff. It must be tough being a teacher today, man, with, like, all these, you know, cell phones and stuff. I had cell phones in school when I was a kid, but they weren't computers. You know what I mean? Now phones are like literal, like, PCs in your hand. It's our last, yeah, it's the last assignment, so it's too bad we don't have high enough. Just want to see what we need for Mithril. 175, so we're actually kind of close. Maybe we'll actually do that. We'll go and get our mining up a little bit. I'll look up, like, a route. Because we are going to be questing out in the world, and it is kind of silly not being able to mine the ore, right? Kind of missed out on at least 3 to 5 mithril ores by now. Take us a while, though. We'd need, like, 30 nodes. Probably maybe 30 to 40 nodes to level up to 175. Around there. Probably 30 to 35 nodes. Alright, so let's get out of here, guys. We did that quest. And we'll make our way back. I don't know how to get back, though. I think we either got to go this way. Should be a way out up here. This looks kind of cool. All right. But to be honest, I kind of wish I didn't start playing like any of these mobile games. They're kind of fun, but they're just really addicting. That's all. They're a lot of gambling mechanics and crates you get free, like crates you can open, and there's like heroes you can get to, and there's these like little crates you open, and then like there's a chance of you getting these heroes. So I assume people buy a bunch of them and try to get, you know, heroes and stuff. Some heroes are stronger than others. Some are like, they have like legendary, epic, just like WoW. There's blue rarity, you know, orange for legendary, purple for epic. Another funny thing is they kind of copied Blizzard too. I don't know if any of you guys play StarCraft, but there's a part in this last war game, and it sounds exactly like the siege tank character in StarCraft. And when you send your like soldiers out into the world to fight, it has the same voiceover as the siege tank from StarCraft. And I wonder if Blizzard's going to catch on to that. And I wonder if they can do anything about that. Maybe, maybe not. And the voice is like, I can't really do it. It's like, yes, sir. And then they go out and they do what they tell them to do. StarCraft units had some pretty cool voiceovers. Voice acting for it was good. Pretty sure Chris Metzen did the battlecruiser. And I think that pulled me into the game last war because I heard that and I recognized it. And then I went into the chat and I'm like, hey, does anybody know that this is from StarCraft? And then people started talking to me about the game, and then I joined their alliance, and then I got sucked into the game because of that. So it's actually kind of funny that they did that. That's how it happened. Because StarCraft, I'd say it's like one of my top favorite games of all time. Should probably do like a playthrough of it on the channel one day.
When Lolo doesn't want to spill any of his precious ale or get his little dress dirty, I'm called in. Yep, old Hansel is the dwarf they use to mete out a little bit of justice.
It's pretty nice.
Oh, not a pain.
4 mana per second.
Oh, me aching feet.
For 5 seconds.
I figured since you didn't have a love
Try
for
it.
it. Fantastic work. Now for your reward.
So, I don't think they're better than these. Like, I don't know. We're kind of losing 10 stamina. We won't use it for PvP, but out in the world, I wonder if it's better mana regen than 10 spirit. So what we're getting with these gloves is 10 intellect, 39 armor, so less armor as well. But we get 4 mana every 5 seconds, so who knows? Maybe that's pretty good. Let's teleport back to Ironforge, guys. I think we're done questing in Searing Gorge for now. It was a lot of fun. A little bit of world PvP. Did some fun quests. There's still some more quests for us to do, but we'll come back in the 50s and finish those up. But right now, we are going to head over to the military ward. Because it is now time for us to get ready for a battleground. That is the plan. Since we're level 49, we're going to queue up for a battleground. I think we can only do Warsong Gulch. I think the last time we did this was at 39. No one had mounts, so that was kind of fun. I tried at 29 and 19, but I think the battlegrounds weren't out at that time. I think it was still phase 1. So there wasn't any battlegrounds for us to do. Gotta get to wait for phase 2. Start doing PGs. Yeah, here we are at the military ward. I'll sell a few things.
What can I do for you?
Keep these. Supposedly they sell for 7 gold. Kind of interested to see if we could sell them. Should I go to the auction house quick? Yeah, we'll go to the auction house. We'll try to sell a few things. We have a bunch of mage weave cloth. Haven't got any rune cloth yet. Okay, I'll sell a little bit of leather. Keep the stone though, we need that for engineering. Yeah, I want to see if I can actually sell this. 39 silver for each Incendisaur scale. Are you serious? Wow, it's up a lot, guys. That is insane. We'll put a few up here. Right now we got 53. So hopefully that would cost 7 gold. Let's see if I can sell the thick hide. No. Rugged leather sells for 9 silver each. Zesty clam meat. That is used for cooking. So we want to keep that. There's a cooking quest. You want to keep the clam meat. The white spider meat we can sell. Spider silk. I think we might need that eventually when ZG comes out. Not too sure. Because there's some pretty good tailoring patterns that come out for that, for casters. Anything else to sell? Core of Earth. Nobody wants that. So let's just see how much we can get here for these Centasaur scales. So they're 39 silver each. I wonder how much like a stack is. Like a 5 is 4 gold. 20 stacks or cheapest 20 stack is 18. That's 36 gold right there for... How much is a 50 stack? 45 gold? I'll put up a 50 stack. For 45 gold? Dude, I might just go start farming in Centasaurs if this actually sells. Like, how ridiculous is that? I'll put it up for 44 gold. 44.50, I guess? I'll be shocked if that sells. That's the cheapest 20 stack? 100 is 91 gold. Oh, guys, maybe we should just sit down and farm in Centasaurs, guys. That's the way we'll farm our amount. If that sells, I might actually do that. Hey, guys, Trav Scene here, farming in Centasaurs for the 10th episode in a row. Probably wait till 60. But, guys, like, I can go down there, farm in Centasaurs, and also get a bunch of thick leather, too. I'd probably go Frost, though. Kind of shocked that that's worth that much. I wonder if those they actually sell, but people need the fire resist gear, right? And I guess no one wants to farm it. I would just go farm it if I was them. But yeah, here we are, guys.
How are you?
Can we do AV? Oh my gosh, we're lagging out.
Adventurer, have you any idea of what we're up against in Alterac Valley?
Okay, it looks like we can't. Warsong Gulch we can do.
We need your assistance at Warsong Gulch.
We'll go to Rathi
Will
Basin.
you aid us in our fight against the Warsong Outriders?
Arathi Basin was once
Can't
our
do
home and
Arathi.
will be again with your aid. Will you help us, adventurer?
So we can't do Arathi Basin. We can't do Alterac Valley. But I guess we'll be doing some Warsong Gulch next episode, guys. So next episode, we will be inside of Warsong Gulch. I'll see you guys then. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.